Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to share with you this neon rainbow nail art design, which is actually really easy to do. So if you're curious to see how I made this, please keep on watching. So I also added a ton of stones because you know me, I love my stones and my bling stuff. So I really hope you enjoy this design. I actually didn't really think of what I wanted to do on forehand other than I wanted to use a ton of rainbow like neon colors and a ton of stones. So first up, I applied a layer of my Essence SOS Protect and Resist base coat. I did this on forehand, so off camera, and then I added one good opaque layer of this Catrice nail polish. It actually is a white nail polish called 15 Milky Bay, and it isn't available anymore. So I do know that OPI has some good opaque white polishes, but Essence has a couple as well. So if you want a little bit more of an affordable brand, Essence is actually pretty good. So I'm just applying one layer and making sure I cap off the edges as well. And you also want to make sure that you get the side walls, as well as letting it dry for a minute of for about 5 minutes, I'd say. After that, I started with a little bit liquid latex around the thumb fingernail just to protect the skin and make sure I don't have to clean up that much afterwards. And then I'm going to start off with a purple neon polish. This one is by Hema, which actually is a Dutch brand, but it is available worldwide lately. And the pink one is a jelly kind of polish by China Glaze. After that, on the pointer finger, you want to use that pink China Glaze polish again and just apply a couple of layers because it is kind of see-through and transparent. So it needs a couple of layers to be completely opaque. And then for a neon orange, I used one by Hema, which is a little bit more opaque, so it's more easy to use. And here you can see me go over the pink and the orange once more. You really don't need much polish, and it doesn't have to be like super precise yet because we're going to blend it in a little bit more later. Then for the middle finger, I'm using that orange polish again by Hema and a neon yellow by China Glaze. Then for the ring finger, again that yellow by China Glaze, and we're going in with a neon green by China Glaze as well. I guess these are from the same collection too. And then for the pinky, again that green on one of the sides, and on the other side a neon blue kind of polish by China Glaze as well. That blue is always a little bit difficult to work with. It is a little bit harder to get completely opaque, so you want to just add a couple of layers to that in between drying. Then I just took a little plastic Ziploc bag, and I wanted to use a fan brush to make the line a little bit less harsh. So I just took the colors which I had on each nail and just put that all, like kind of swept the brush through it to make sure I can easily blend that line a little bit more on the nails. You could also do this with like a kitchen sponge or anything, but I feel like kitchen sponges or sponges in general take up way too many nail polish and just pick up way too many products, so it actually is kind of like a waste to do it like this when you're not like making a gradient all over the nail, if you know what I mean. I really love to gradient with like a little piece of a sponge. I really like that, but for this particular design I really prefer using a fan brush. So here I'm just combining the colors again that I used on my nails, just swiping through the brush a little bit to make sure it's already blended on the brush, and then just swipe it over the nail where you need it. Sometimes you want to go over with the separate colors a little bit more because some brush strokes might have messed up the base layer a little bit. That's up to you if you want to go over it with just one of the colors. And I actually just used a random Ziploc bag I had laying around. You could also use like a tile or anything like that, or some kind of plate, or a cap of a yogurt container or anything like that. You can just choose to use whatever you have laying around. You could also use some aluminum foil, or just anything works, as long as it isn't like paper or anything that might soak up the product. So here you just see me peeling off that liquid latex. It kind of got stuck in the nail polish a little bit, so you really want to be careful with that. So I almost messed up this design by doing that, but you know me, I like showing you my mistakes as well, so we can both learn at the same time from my earlier made mistakes. So just peel off that liquid latex where you have any left, and just some excess nail polish as well. Especially neon polishes dry really quickly, and they dry matte and really dry. So you can easily just peel them off with some tweezers. Then to make it perfectly like the cuticle area more perfect, I just used a little bit of nail polish remover and one of my cleanup brushes. This is just a random nail art brush I use in my nail polish remover. So just use a brush you don't mind throwing out after a couple of weeks of using, because nail polish remover really isn't good for brushes. Then I'm just going to apply a little bit of top coat, and I'm going to dunk in a huge gem. This is like an inlay gem, and it is a rainbow colored kind of gem, and I really love these. I actually just added it to the thumb, because first I wanted to add it to the middle finger or the ring finger, but it was a little bit too big for these nails, because my natural nails are really narrow and kind of small. In width at least. So I just added some other rhinestones to the other nails, but I did want to do something a little bit more special to the ring finger, so I added a couple of multicolored rhinestones in a specific pattern. And I just added about 7 stones to that in different sizes. And then for the other nails, I adhered those with some top coat as well. I just added a single rhinestone to the cuticle area, just to tie in the entire design. You know, it doesn't have to be anything snazzy. Of course, you can go full on with all the stones on all the nails, but I felt like it would have been a little bit too much if I would have decorated all the nails, because there was a lot of color going on already. But for the thumb, I wanted to surround that bigger inlay gem with some other stones as well, just to make it like perfect, and to make sure that I won't get stuck in my hair or anything, because those bigger stones really need a little bit of extra support surrounding it, just to make sure there won't get anything like hair stuck, or I will like snag stuff and stuff like that. You really don't want that. That's why I just added a couple of stones, adhered those with some top coat as well, and I just picked them all up with my wax pencil, by the way. If you want to know where I got all of these items, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to look them up for you and just reply to you with some direct links to all the items. So I'm just using mostly the same size of stones to surround that inlay gem. And to finish off this design, I'm just adding a little bit of top coat, surrounding the gems, not covering it, because that might make them a little bit more dull and less shiny, and you don't want that. And don't forget to cap off the edges as well. And this was actually already the entire design. I really hope you liked it. It is really summery, really bright. You could also do this instead of like a horizontal or like a vertical gradient, do it like a horizontal one. I really wanted to just switch it up a little bit. But yeah, I really like this design. I love that big rainbow stone. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments down below. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.